So I don't even know what to say about this team anymore. The Arizona Coyotes, a team that struggles sometimes to bring in attendance, a team that lacks a huge market. And I think after the whole prospect, and we don't even know that situation, we don't even know the discipline, and it seems like it hasn't been talked about. The Coyotes working out prospects illegally, and now the Taylor Hall situation. John Chayka now, and this is kind of what the video is about, John Chayka no longer GM. And as the Coyotes have put it, he has quit the team, and they're disappointed. I don't know, John Chayka's letting them down, I guess. But there's more to this. There has to be more to this. From the prospect situation to meeting Taylor Hall in terms of contract negotiations without John Chayka present. That was days and possibly like a week or a few days before now this Chayka news comes out. And it was Gutierrez present, who's now the team president, and then the owner and his son. And like, just what's going on? Chayka got that contract extension back in November, and it seemed like he was negotiating the Hall contract, and then it went stale, and now it picks up without him, and then all of a sudden, days later, Chayka's gone from the organization, which seems like there's something else going on here. And there's some rumors saying Chayka is going to something outside of the NHL, and he wasn't really communicating with the Coyotes about it, and they weren't going to give him permission. I just want to, this is kind of a rant here going, like, what is going on? Figure it out. It's an organization that, for me, doesn't have a very strong standing in terms of, there's been question marks about relocation, and because of Bettman, because of the connections, they have been consistently pushing this team, and I would say stronger financial teams, the higher teams that have the big flexibility, are supporting teams like the Coyotes to stay in this league. And outside of that, they're trying, it seems like from the prospect thing, cutting corners, and now this Chayka thing. Like, it seems like there's always issues, there's always question marks around this team. It seems like it's a mess. We have this things with the Buffalo Sabres, but the Sabres have a strong enough market to continue them forward. And that's why there's been the question marks about the Islanders, but now they're going to get the Belmont. And then obviously there's the Florida Panthers that's another conversation. But for the Coyotes, and I didn't even talk about the Senators, but again, the Senators, a Canadian market. The Coyotes, figure it out. I'm just thinking, if the Coyotes don't win this play-in round series against the Preds, don't get Alexis Lafreniere, and Taylor Hall doesn't return, if all three of those things happen, in my opinion, it's back to the mess. Best case scenario for the Coyotes, I would say, is prove you can win and Taylor Hall comes back, or the ultimate best case scenario, because I don't think while I think the Coyotes could be somewhat of a dark horse in terms of their roster on the surface, I think the best case scenario moving forward for this franchise to get people actually excited would be Taylor Hall staying and you losing the play-in round and getting Lafreniere. Because right now, man, the prospect thing hasn't been talked about recently, and then that meeting with Taylor Hall, and now John Chayka leaving. And we don't know the details of what he was trying to leave to, and if he's going to be somewhere else in some kind of job in 2020. But the Coyotes are like leaving to Edmonton as John Chayka is just see you later. So let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to make a quick video to address it. Like, figure it out, man. It seems like there's always something with this organization. And the thing is, because it's not a bigger market on the surface like Ottawa or like Buffalo, it doesn't get talked about enough. And we know for a fact right now that if this was the GM for the Sabres, if Botterill had just left, or if Pierre Dorian had just left, or if Eugene Melnyk did something insane, a bunch of people would be talking about it. And while people are talking about this, there's been a lot of stuff going on with the Coyotes this season. And, AZ Sports Guy, I feel like I should talk to him about this. And it's like, I also feel bad for some of the Coyotes fans because there's not there's a lot of them, but obviously when you compare it to other markets, it's one of those things. It's not an appreciated market. It's a very underrated market when it comes to hockey, and they have all these issues. And it probably feels like, why am I even part of this? So if the Coyotes want to be part of the NHL moving forward, it's got to be better. And I thought bringing Gutierrez and, there's a whole notion that Matthews, after this contract with the Leafs, will go to Arizona. I mean, of course, that would probably save the organization if you had a guy like Austin Matthews, a generational talent, or at least I think so, a franchise talent, play on your team, your hometown team. So if that happened, then yeah, that would be insane for the franchise. But I still think that's a big if. We'll see what happens. But this situation right now for the Coyotes is just something that should not be happening. And yeah, they're going into Edmonton to play against the Nashville Predators. Go check out my series preview video on that. I did get AZ Sports Guy on for that video. So we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're new. Smash that like button and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. This was John from RPO Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out.